Welcome to Deep Dive Daily.
Good morning, Andy. God damn it. It's fucking the best to start off the week with Thursday Night Football winner. Even better to start out with a double winner as
right
sneaks across the line. Banger.
That's on the Mount Rushmore
really
of like sneaky good feelings that are kind of niche. Because I'd say like a good majority of people don't bet. But yeah, like last week coming in, you know, you're feeling like, oh, I bet on a really bad team. Oh, I bet on the Giants, and just wire to wire cover, just floating all day Friday. You feel like 1-0 start to the week. I don't have to like worry too bad. I don't think I can have a bad week now. I didn't have a bad week. The fun way to start the week, definitely. In that we got the second half winner. I even texted you that. I'm like, it would be great if they scored this touchdown and then the Bengals kicked the field goal to win it, because you know I don't think it was a big portion of Circus Survivor.
Probably like,
but I bet 8%, 5 to 7% is what I was going to guess.
5 to 7,
which is it's better than a sharp stick to the eye. So we will take some people being eliminated on that. There will be, I'm going to guess 20% of the pool is eliminated this week. I think one of the big ones fall. Pittsburgh already fell, and then somebody else middling, like a 3-4% falls.
Did we make our decision last night on the stream? And I forgot because
we didn't do it on the stream. We did it after the stream.
I definitely don't remember. Let's redo that. What did we decide?
You had been drinking.
Yes, it was a fun day.
You're a little slurry.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun.
Like an emulsion.
Fall's finally is finally here, and my over was home within a couple of minutes of that fourth quarter. So
what a call there. 42.5. Way to get 42.5, dickweed. You didn't need that. You could have sold out to 55.
I know. I should have gotten Alta overs. Damn.
I didn't see that coming. I thought, high 40s. I tended to agree with you. I never saw this coming. Let's touch on that a moment. If Chase gets the kind of coverage he's got last night, Joe Flacco can win the Super Bowl with this team. Just constantly open. Their defense
every game for them is still gonna be a coin flip.
It's gonna be very flip floppy. Their defense is very bad. Shout out to Joe Flacco for, it's a read option, but your bones make noise when your legs move. Like the odds of you taking that ball and running for a first down, what was that, 1%?
Yeah, it was low.
Like, I know you have to kind of bite on it just because it's instincts, but in your mind, even your reptile brain as a linebacker has to be like, he's handing this off. He's not going to take this. Yeah. And nice scamper. Really amazed that Rodgers got it to the end zone. Fucker still got it. That was a 70-yard pass, man. And it had a lot of arc. That was pretty amazing. Good job batting that down.
I thought Rodgers overall was pretty good last night. Yeah. The one bad pick. The other pick was
that was concerning because there was no. I know, but
I don't know why you take that.
Yeah, there's no reason. I remember seeing that and I said, I got to see the all 22 on that. And then they basically showed the end zone cam on it. Like, what were you thinking?
No, he was just throwing it up for a DK, but he didn't put it close enough to the sideline.
Well, that's the thing. He led him to the inside of the field towards the safety. If you put that ball up there, it's got to be like in the red line, where he can go get it or it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, but I don't have as big the first pick was bad. Otherwise, Rodgers looked good. I thought. I was surprised. Flacco
he looks very good outside of that one play. Yeah.
Flacco,
I like watching him be the disappointed dad, yelling at Warren, yelling at everybody. This came up last night, Grant. We talked about taking.
Right, I got two more comments real quick. Okay. I don't think that the Bengals probably not getting a wild card. They're probably going to finish like 9-10, 7-10. They're not going to get 10-7. I don't think. Even though it sounds like they were saying a lot last night, Joe Burrow's coming back mid-December, which we plotted that out. When is mid-December?
I do not believe. I still don't think it's true.
Okay, we'll see. The The Steelers defense was the bigger takeaway. The fact that they
everything nice I said about them, throw it out the window. They got some good pass rush to start, but once they threw quick, there was no coverage.
No, and the problem is they play so much man that if you're up against good receivers like you were last night, you get beat. Yeah. Their next 4 games are against Green Bay, Indianapolis. I don't know why I said Indiana.
Let's call them
Indianapolis.
You are in NBA mode.
Yeah, my brain's working a little slow.
The football Pacers.
The Indianapolis Colts, the Chargers, and the Bengals again. Then Chicago and Buffalo. You have a lot of games left in your schedule against teams that have good wide receivers. So good for the Steelers that Rodgers does look like he has a live arm, because they're going to need to score points, because this defense is not getting them the hard-fought wins of years past. So the AFC North is going to get interesting.
Yeah.
Survivor, Cleveland.
Survivor.
Did we decide on touching the stove there? Are we going to touch the stove?
That's a third rail kind of thing. Cleveland, I think if you were in a big contest, if you're in Circa and you have like a half dozen entries left,
one of them
can go. We don't have that many entries. I don't think we can go quite that contrarian. That is very contrarian. I worry about it because, Miami's bad. You have a high variance game because you have a rookie quarterback who we've never seen play against a bad defense yet. Basically, he's played a couple of tough situations, although maybe he did play bad defense last week. He's going to get the easiest defense he's faced. He's going to be at home, but the weather's going to be crazy. I think Cleveland wins that game, but it's a scary one. I think it's basically, there's not a lot of other spots you could ever take Cleveland, so it's a nice spot to grab them if you have multiple entries. If you're maybe you're in a big splash contest, you can go that way.
You just all you want to do is wake up, you're not going to watch that game. You just want to flip open the box score in the third quarter and see that Quinshon Judkins has 25 touches for 150 yards, and then you're feeling good.
75-yard touchdown first drive. Brett asks, if you're in a survivor pool, 50 people remaining-ish, and there's no Thanksgiving and Christmas week usage, you got to use Kansas City. Yeah, the reason we're not using Kansas City is because it's for Circa. There's like 4,000 people left, which is still like, 25% of the pot, or 25% of the entries are left in from the beginning. I think it started with 18,000. And we have to do Thanksgiving, Christmas. Kansas City does have future utility outside of the holiday game, but you're getting down to the nitty gritty with your pool there. I think you can just, you can probably get contrarian way down the road if you really need to. If somebody keeps matching you in 7 weeks from now, it's you and a couple guys left, or girls. Girls play Survivor. I don't know. Yeah. In Circa, it's just a lot tougher to take them. We talked about this a little last night. Drew doesn't remember, but if you take Kansas City,
can you see me? Something crashed and StreamYard isn't showing me anymore.
I can hear you. I can see you.
My video is frozen.
You are frozen. I don't know what the people are seeing. Somebody in the comments see if Drew is frozen.
I don't understand what happened, but something bugged. I'll be back.
This is true, Charles, too. Like Gabriel, if they run Judkins 25 times, probably just win that game. Yeah, Drew is he was looking stern and disappointing. Here, let's put each other on opposite sides, see if that helps.
I don't know. It was something like my whole screen went white, and then it's something the StreamYard froze. I'm fine now.
It's probably that stupid sweater.
Stupid sweater.
I'm kidding. Kidding.
Great sweater.
I like to see you look incredulous.
Whoa! What?
Come on.
It's flat out wrong. It's very much sweater season. All right.
I think he means us.
Quick comment on Kansas City. Quick commentary on the Kansas City thing. Yeah, if you don't have to save them for the holidays, your pool's probably about half of the pool is going to use KC. You could elect to save them because you do have the opportunity of using them week 16 at Tennessee. That is otherwise a very tough week to find a good play. So that's really, I think there are enough other good ones that you pass KC this week and you save them for week 16. Obviously, you got to get to week 16.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you don't think your pool is getting there, look at some of the. And when there's 50, I don't expect you to go through and look at everybody who they have left. But if it's been pretty chalky from here on out and nobody has any good teams left, I think you can just kind of ride that wave for now. We had looked at the Bears, so we have one entry that has been we call it our chalk entry. We haven't always used the most popular, but we've always used one or two, or maybe one week it was the third most popular.
We're burning good teams.
Been burning good teams in that one, just to say like, hey, let's get through. There's different strategies. There's different theses on how you should do it, how you should play your early game in Survivor. And with that one, we said, let's just use good teams and get to like week 8 or week 4, week 6, wherever we decided. And in that one, now at this point, we need to start getting contrarian in that, because we can only use the good teams for so long until you fucking run out of good teams. So in that one, we're not going to have to go full on banana land, but we're going to have to start picking teams in the middle of the pack. There's like the 6th most common team that week. It's still going to be favorites. We're not going to go crazy, but in that one, it is looking like we're going to go with the Chicago Bears.
All right.
That is what we kind of shook hands on that last night, Drew. Again, if you got a little wine forgetfuls, you took a forget me now.
That's good. The market is with the Saints, by the way. Circa down to 4.5 there.
Where do you think the Bluths got all that roofalin? They all had forget me now.
Yeah, no, Job was giving in to everybody.
Yeah,
Job was a sex criminal. Surely, that was the darker read on that show. The market's with the Saints, so it's gonna be a sweaty one. But I think we'd do it Bears with entry 1. What about entry 3? What did we decide? Something more good teamy.
Yeah, good teamy. I felt like
I think you talked me into the Pats, right?
So in that one. Again, we aren't going to use Kansas City either because it's circa. We need to. He did date egg. That's funny. God, no. We need to make like a dark edit of Job.
There's he was a very complicated character. Yeah.
Oh, Marta
he was into like going to kids' parties and doing magic.
So you know how they've cut like a funny movie into a horror movie like trailer.
Yeah,
someone needs to do that with like Job as like some sort of like Cape Fear type thing. We had said again, we're not using Kansas City in this because it's circa and we need to save them for the holiday game or certain other spots like you mentioned. So it was going to be between Denver, which is in a bit of a weird spot off the travel, New England in a bit of a weird spot, third straight road game, and the interim coach bump. And Green Bay, which is a good team in a good spot, but has a ton of future utility, which kind of pushes them down the list for me. And I don't know that we came to a strong consensus on this. So if you want to talk it out a little, talk it out.
I feel like you have already made up your mind that you just wanted to use Pats there. I'm fine with that.
I mean, unless you can talk me into Denver.
My head is in a pretzel with this Pats team. I feel like they could get the 1 seed, Andy. I think that is very on the table. The rest of the AFC does not look anywhere close to as complete or dangerous or scary as they looked in the preseason. It's going to come down to Pats Chiefs, I think, for the 1 seed. And obviously the Bills are in the conversation as well, but that Bills defense is super sus. And I don't know. Yeah. There's some stuff swirling about Josh Allen and the offensive coordinator. All of that doesn't feel great, I gotta say.
If you made me bet the game, I'd take the points. I think Titans getting.
I took the points against the Bears, but I'm fine using Bears in Survivor with the one because we have
Titans. Yeah, Titans getting inside the number late. But Their best wide receiver has a hamstring injury. They don't have any good players outside of maybe a little bit on the pass rush, and you're facing a good quarterback. It's just the third straight road game thing stinks, but it's not like I don't know that that's as big of an angle as it used to be when teams were like legitimately bad at traveling because they didn't realize, hey, we need to be, people dog on that now. Oh, we're optimizing everything, or optimizing our life, and we're organizing our schedules down to 15-minute increments, and maybe just go live your life. But when you play a sport at the highest level, like the optimization that some of these staffs do now to make sure you're getting your rest. I mean, anyone who followed the Ryder Cup stuff, Luke Donald didn't like the bedding in the hotels. He didn't like the shampoo in the hotel they were staying at Bethpage. He went and changed all that to make sure
it's
his
a little
guys,
OCD.
I mean, but it reminds me of the story of the British cycling team where they were doing a trillion little things, and it was just cumulative gains to become slightly better every day. And I think a lot of teams are just a lot better at traveling and making sure they get their rest and making sure they get their recovery on the road anyway. So the Tennessee injuries and the fact that roster is about as bad of a roster as we've had over the last few years. I'm fine with. And with Gonzo and the secondary improving for the Pats, I think I just don't think he has a good day.
Who?
Cam Ward.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean,
I don't know that he's great at football.
Yeah, Cam can't. You want to buy into Cam being a guy that can cover or win games. Wait till like December.
The thing about a rule is there's always an exception to it, and I don't love traveling on the Friday to London. It feels like the better teams have done it early, or at a minimum. Done the Thursday travel or the
especially
overnight
because they
Wednesday.
elected to stay in the East Coast anyway, so why not just go to London, right? Like what was the point of staying in Baltimore? Like you just does McVay have family there you wanted to see or something? Like why in the world did they stay in Baltimore instead of just going straight to London? I don't get it either.
I mean, have you ever been
some photo ops
to the
of
Charm
Stafford
City?
I've been to the Charm City many times.
It's hard to leave, Drew.
What part have you been to?
I've never been.
The aquarium's lovely.
Yeah, I've never been. I'm just talking out my ass. God, what is that line? What's the line from? Oh, that's the wrong state. Where they can't get train tickets.
Crab cakes and football.
Maybe arrive a little earlier and don't underestimate the incredible drawing power of the Garden State next time, sir. That's New Jersey.
That's New Jersey. I thought you were going with the crab cakes and football for Maryland.
I mean, I do love crab.
Another good movie. I mean, Baltimore is a perfectly lovely. I mean, there's some fun stuff in Baltimore. Federal Hill is a fun area. What's the Fells Point? I can't remember where. Fells Point. There's some great little
Harper's
bars and restaurants in Fells Point. The Tame Street Oyster House was a favorite of mine. There's good seafood, really good seafood. Baltimore is a lot of fun, but it's a fun long weekend. It's not a fun let's stay a week here and practice at Camden Yards for some reason. Anyway, Rams put themselves in a little bit of they put their ass in a jackpot to a degree.
The Debo thing is a little concerning because I thought he was fine, but the McLaurin was a little iffy here and there.
I'm surprised the bottom hasn't fallen out of that number. It's still small favorite.
I think it closes.
I'm not sure why.
I think it closes Dallas -1.
That's not that wouldn't shock me. I'm not going to get involved in that game other than we already have the secret pod play if Cowboys over. That one looks like a pass for me. Any other surprising injury news we should cover for football before we talk about our weekend?
I do have a list of notes.
We settled on Bears Pats, right? Done.
Yes,
Bears Pats. Put a bow on that. Okay.
Remember we talked about it last night. 85 Super Bowl. We're going to Eason.
That's right. That's right.
That was a blowout. All right, a real quick rundown of some bullet-pointed news from yesterday. Kyler Murray again limited. It sounded like the other two quarterbacks were getting the reps with the ones. very much need to monitor that this afternoon to see if he is playing with the starters or not. Marvin Harrison Jr. as well, still concussed and limited. The Falcons are getting some more help for what's turning out to be a good defense. Jordan Fuller, the safety designated for return, they have a wealth of riches at safety already with Bates and who's the other one, Watts. So just the rich get richer there. The Panthers, Hubbard was limited. I think he goes. J.C. Horn was a full participant. The Browns, I don't have anything in the Browns. What was it? The Cowboys are rumored to be looking at Trey Hendrickson. Bengals winning the game probably didn't help to stoke that. Kirby Joseph didn't practice for the Lions. Arnold, Maddox, Reeder, none of those practices. Decker, the left tackle, was limited. McNeil was full participant.
He's freaking playing. Yeah,
I think he is playing, which helps their run stop quite a bit. Jacoby Myers is possibly on the block for the Raiders. If they keep losing games, there are many teams that need some wide receiver helps. Jalen Phillips for the Dolphins also could be a trade candidate. People are kicking the tires on a lot of the pass rush. Pass rushers and wide receivers seem to be the needs in general. The Saints are another team. Kamara, Olave, like you've seen the Kamara joke where he said, "Hey, if somebody wants to trade me, I might just go drink pina coladas instead." Giants, Darius Slayton, the hamstring still out. Schmitz, the center, still out with the concussion. A couple defensive players need to watch for as well. I want to keep an eye on the Giants report for this Friday afternoon. Eagles, full participant for Quinyon Mitchell.
Looks like they're going to be at full strength.
Yeah, Jalen Carter was limited, but it sounds like he's just going. Calcaterra's out. I don't think he's playing with the oblique injury, but if you get Quinyon Mitchell and Jalen Carter back, that helps quite a bit. Sounds like the Vikings are getting reinforcements on defense too. Van Ginkel practicing. Could be that total might be going the wrong way, is what I'm saying, because I don't have a ton of trust in either of those offenses, despite some massive names. You got offensive players of the year, you got rookies of the year, you got all kinds of great players, but that total might actually be better suited to be
field goals over
42 kind of thing.
Yeah, that game it feels like it's gonna have 7 or 8 field goals to me personally.
Seattle, Witherspoon limited, Love limited, Woolen and Reed, your defensive tackle, full participation. Derek Hall still a DNP. Arden Key for the Titans has been looked at for a couple teams too. Interest from multiple teams as the Titans probably looking like sellers. They could move Draymond Jones. They could move McCreary. I think we're going to have an active, I say this every year and we never do, but we could have a pretty active trade market, which is fun. That's the one thing that the NFL lacks compared to like the NBA or the MLB hot stove. MLB trade deadline is always electric. I wish the NFL was a little more like that.
Yep. Did you mention Joe Alt practicing for the Chargers?
Yes. I did mention it to you in a text, but I didn't say it just now. Yeah, Joe Alt, I don't know that he goes. It's still the ankle injury, but that's very
good sign for them.
It's a very good sign that because we were worried he'd miss a long time.
Yeah, that fact that he's practicing is very positive for the Chargers generally. Little push-pull in that market. Some places very Chargers heavy with their number. There's been some spots where Colts are the hot, there's been buyback on the Colts. Interesting that there was buyback on the Texans. I thought that was going to hit 3.5, and it looks like there are some places now where that's come back down to a more affordable 3 for the Seahawks. Not sure who really loved the Texans there, but that's worth monitoring. If I had a bet in that game right now, because I missed the early numbers on the Seahawks, so I'm kind of on the sidelines, I think I would look under. 2 really good defenses, in my opinion. 2 really good really good pass rush for Seattle at home in prime time could absolutely make a mess out of that game for CJ. And then the Texans, just in general, best defense Sam Darnold has gone against. So I think that's probably an under, if anything. Falcons continue to be the obvious side. I'm not sure why that hasn't come in a little more. Maybe too obvious. Maybe the Penix on the road sucks out loud and I look like a fool, but I think Falcons are a good bet still. We mentioned that there's been some support for the Saints. That's come down to 4.5. The other market move that I'm kind of keeping an eye on here is Giants Broncos is interesting to me. That has just been flat 7, no action either way. Interesting, flat 7 in New England, Tennessee, no action either way. I want to see if either of those come off of the 7. If it either does, I would guess it comes towards 6.5 for support for the dog in both. Yeah, no other. I think Packers could hit 7 once there's confirmation that Murray's not going. What do you think?
Yeah, if you really think he's not going to play, sooner than later, if you're backing the Packers there. Conley's pointing out there's still some decent Dallas money line numbers. I did add a little of that. I didn't go full stake because I'm already betting. Like, that wasn't just a, hey, let's tickle this team total over. Like, I love that bet. That was happy to take a swing at that once those finally opened.
Someone out there.
I did add some Dallas money line as well.
Someone out there put their hard-earned money on the goddamn Jets. Good luck to them.
They have to cover sometime, right? I don't have to. They can cover next year.
Good luck. I mean, I'm so out on the Aaron Glenn experience that I can't imagine taking the Jets without Garrett Wilson available. Maybe Garrett Wilson isn't going to surprise be available. Is that why people would bet the Jets? I can't imagine why else.
I don't think he's coming to the stadium this Friday this weekend wearing pads.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be in a sweatshirt.
Yeah, I think so too. All right. Well, Lions look like they're going to get to 6 on Monday. Agree. That's about all I got market-wise. How's your weekend shaping up, Andy?
I just took some Ohtani under 1.5 total bases.
Loser.
Probably.
Under 1.5 total bases?
Yeah.
You know he bats first, right?
It's not been great.
He had a triple last night.
Yeah.
That's just 3 bases.
Just
and one hit.
1 for 3 with 2 walks tonight. I'll take it.
Does that not count as 2 total bases?
Walks are not total bases.
Really? Oh, that's news to me.
Only bases that you've gotten off a hit. If you were to reach second on a throwing error or advance on the throw, it is still just 1 total base. It is bases earned off singles, doubles, triples, or home runs in the scorebook. People who bet total bases, that's fun seeing people get really mad when a guy gets like 3 walks and then reaches on an error and they're like, he stole a base, and none of those count.
Wow, really? Huh. Okay.
Who's pitching tonight?
Oh, is Ohtani pitching?
Yeah.
No. Okay.
That's why the number's so low.
You get me thinking about Baltimore more too. I didn't give a shout out to my favorite place in Baltimore, the Horse You Came In On Saloon, in Fells Point. That place, absolutely fun time.
Now I feel like I got to get to Baltimore. You know where I would go? Number 1 spot, the High Rises. Number 2 spot, the Pit, and then number 3 would be the bar, the Irish bar. I don't know the name of it. These are all just places off the wire.
Oh, okay. I was lost, but yes, okay, you got me. All right. How's your?
I'd want to sit on that couch.
Other than losing bets against the Dodgers, what else are you up to this weekend?
Oh, I have built a wall. I have a very, very large room upstairs. In fact, my upstairs is just one giant room. When you're a little kid, it seems cool to have a huge room. When you're a grown-up, you realize the only thing you do in your bedroom, well, besides that, is sleep. I don't spend much time in there, and it's too big. So I've split the wall. I split the room into 2 rooms by putting up a wall. And I'm not saying I couldn't do it, but I'm worried I'd burn the house down. So the electrician came in, put some light switches in, fixed the lights so that both sides of the wall have different lights now. So I'm doing the most manly thing you can do. I'm hanging some fucking sheetrock, Drew.
Hell yeah.
Which sucks. It's not fun at all. The ceiling has bevels to it, so I got just stupid cuts. Hanging some sheetrock. Kids going to the Fright Farm tonight. So I might go watch a movie with the wife if the kids are off doing Halloween shit.
Cool. Yeah, Halloween is in the air big time.
It is.
Well, if you're doing some manly shit, let's get you a wine that complements that. None of this fruity Oregon Pinot crap. We've given Pinot a lot of focus. I'm gonna go actually pivot a little bit because the weather's turned here. That's why I'm wearing my lovely sweater today. This is such a good sweater. You're out of your mind. I'm gonna get compliments on this all day long. No, yeah, the weather's pivoted. Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get compliments on this all day long from your wife.
I'm gonna go out today. But yeah, we'll get you a manly wine. I'm gonna recommend what I'm gonna open, which is my favorite fall wine, a Cab Franc from Napa Valley. I'm gonna open up the Crocker and Star Cab Franc.
Sounds Cab like Franc a bad TV cop show.
Crocker and Star.
Crocker and Star this week on CBS after The Equalizer.
It's named after the co-owner or the collaborators, Charlie Crocker and Pam Starr. They do sound like cops. It's a detective. Yeah, man, the chemistry between those two, the will they, won't they, throughout the series. My goodness.
What do we got here, Crocker?
Yeah, the Crocker and Star Cab Franc. It is as good of a Cab Franc as exists on Earth. The 2021 in particular absolutely blew me away when I tried it last year. I got a whole freaking case of it. I've been saving it for this fall. I tend to go for the Crocker. I don't know why, but like this time of year, it's a great drink. And yeah, a lot of blackberry, a lot of currant, some tobacco, some leather. It's a really well-rounded velvety mouthfeel. Oh, it's luxurious, and love it for the fall. So do yourself some manly sheetrock hanging, and then get yourself a nice Cab Franc, Andy. If you can't find Crocker and Star, I would look for a French Cab Franc as opposed to any of the other ones that come from California. But they're tough to find. They're sought after. But Cab Franc is a really, really good wine. Usually, it's mostly used to balance out Bordeaux's, complementing Cab Sauv. It's a Bordeaux. It's a noble grape. It's one of the 5 that they blend for Bordeaux. And it's my favorite of the Bordeaux grapes. I like it better than the Merlot, the Malbec. What's Petit Verdot? That's the loser of the noble grapes.
Worst one.
Yeah. And then, of course, Cab Sauv is sort of your major grape there. We'll get into more Cab Sauv and some more Napa Rex, but I'm fired up for some Crocker and Star Cab Franc. My weekend kicks off today. We're going to there's a really good tiki bar in our neighborhood called the Bamboo Club, and they're doing like a pop-up Halloween theme. And so we're gonna get full on into the Halloween spirit at the Bamboo Club, which I'm getting rummed.
Let's get dumb, drink some rum, make my teeth and gums feel real numb.
Cannot wait. So yeah, it's
you should ride your bike there.
Probably will.
You know, because nothing's funnier than riding a bike drunk.
I probably will. Honestly, it's just far enough that we can't walk. And
I'm not saying that you should drink and drive.
Has to get Ubers there.
Riding a bike drunk is way harder than driving. There's no balance involved in getting behind the wheel. Do not get behind the wheel.
How often do you ride a bike? I feel like you ride a bike 2 or 3 times a year.
Now that I live out in the country, now that I live out in the country, I just don't. I used to ride all the time. I had a really nice Gary Fisher. I'd go riding 3-4 times.
A Gary Fisher. Oh,
I love that thing. You could hold your arm at and just lift it. The thing weighed like 6 pounds. It was a beaut. I had a bike shop a block from me that would help me fix it up when it needed. Like, once you live out on gravel roads, the biking just kind of goes to shit.
Murray asks, any wines with inherently lower alcohol content? Wife is a volume drinker. Nothing wrong with that. The French go for lower alcohol wines are excellent choices, by the way. There are two that I would recommend. Rosé. Usually kind of comes in like the 11-12%
I'm
range.
worried that she's hitting Murray. And he's like, I need her to slow down.
Yeah, well, the problem with like you go with lower alcohol wines, you could drink it even faster. Especially if it's like, if it's a warmish day and you have a cold ass rosé, that'll last not long in my household. But yeah, look for a rosé and look for a this is harder, but look for a Beaujolais that is not one of the trash can Beaujolais from the grocery store. Beaujolais is made with a Gamay, is the grape. It's kind of the little brother of Pinot Noir. And it is a very low alcohol grape. It brings a huge bouquet. So like really like clear and obvious nose, low alcohol. And Fleury, look for a Fleury. That's a village. That's a village in Beaujolais. Or what's the other really good village there? Damn it. Go ahead and talk. So look for a good Beaujolais. Your price point should be like around 20 to 30. And
what is the best wine to deglaze? This is a 4-part question. I'm kidding. It's not that complicated. It depends on the kind of soup. If you're making a rich a beef or a red kind of broth or anything hearty like that, Marsala is what I use, or just anything fortified, I guess, anything heavy like that. But if you're making like a cream soup, you certainly need to use something light, like and these should be cheap. Don't buy expensive wine for deglazing. Not like $4 Chuck, but these I keep some cheaper wines in the cooking cabinet for this sort of thing. But a Sauv Blanc, if you're using something light, if it's like a chicken dish, if it's something creamy like that, so don't go nuts with that. But I think those are my go-tos: Sauv Blanc and Marsala.
The other village I was searching for good Beaujolais is Morgon. Do not use a Beaujolais to deglaze soup. Mm-mm. It's practically water. it's floral. It's floral. Water.
You know what I have in the cabinet right now? I'm almost sure of it. It's a Merlot. You can use Merlot for.
Merlot's a great one.
That's a good one for deglazing.
You know what the best cooking wine I've ever used is a Merlot. No, it's Merlot for sure, and it's the one with the rooster on it from the grocery store. Bottom shelf of the grocery store, $4 wine. Rex Goliath.
Yep,
that's the best cooking wine, because it's actually good-ish wine for that price point. You can give me Rex Goliath any day. I'm not gonna.
I can't hear the word Merlot. Have you ever seen The Great White Hype, the movie?
No.
It's a good film. I don't know if it's great. It's been a long time, but I can't. There's a car, and I don't even know the context, but they're talking about this old Cadillac. It's a Merlot Brougham. And I can't hear the word Merlot and not think about that for some reason. I might have to rewatch that film to wipe it from my memory. A Brougham is a type of Cadillac from way back in the day, I guess. But yeah, the Rex Goliath, that's not a bad call. That's the price point you should be using for cooking wines.
Yeah. Back when it's probably more than $4 now, but that literally used to be $4 a bottle. And it drank like a $14 bottle. So you're getting hell of a value.
All right. Yeah, Bears, Pats, let's go. Let's go Cowboys. Let's go sheetrock. The worst, honestly, it's not that bad. The worst part is carrying it up the flight of stairs.
Is it?
It's big. Sheetrocks it's 4x8. And they come in 2-packs. It's made of gypsum for you rock hounds.
Ooh.